own website either, for different reasons. I never work with anyone I don't eyeball in person, Beth Wolf had cheerfully insisted. At least the woman had acquiesced to meet at a coffee shop instead of her ranch. Molly had met another Wolf long ago. Probably no relation, and she doubted he was still around after a decade, but she didn't want to take a chance of encountering anyone from her past. She smoothed her ponytail, got out, and pushed through the coffee shop door. The crowded space was everything she'd hoped for, bustling, noisy. She scurried inside and slid into a booth in a far corner just as her phone buzzed. "See Uncle O yet?" She pictured her younger sister Antonia's elfin features, a more delicate version of her own. Zero patience, that girl. With a smile, she replied, "Later, after my meeting. Can't wait." It was still surreal that within the space of 2 hours, she would be able to hug Uncle Orson again without the necessity of a clandestine meeting. After 10 long years, her sister replied. "Stepping back into our old lives feels weird." Her fingers flew as she answered, "I know, right? See you soon, Tony." "Not soon enough." "Coffee?" Molly jumped at the waitress's arrival, dropping her phone with a clatter and hurrying to snatch it up again. The waitress quirked an eyebrow. "Maybe you've had enough caffeine already." The smile took the sting out of the comment. She shrugged. "I'm meeting someone here. Beth Wolf." "Ah, okay. I'll bring 2 coffees then. Beth likes hers black. You?" "Black is fine." Molly pulled the glasses out of her bag and put them on, wishing she'd done it sooner. They were clear glass, no prescription, but the sleek frames were a comforting shield between her and the world. Still disguised, Molly? No need for that anymore, is there? Why did she cling to these crutches? A fake name? Accessories? Justice had been a long time coming, but Stone was no longer a free man. She removed the glasses and shoved them into her purse. The waitress returned with 2 mugs filled with hot brew. She'd taken a sip when someone slid into the booth next to her, placing a sleek navy folder on the tabletop. A man with dark hair and irises the color of walnut. A man who looked painfully, heart-lurchingly familiar. "Morning," he said. She jerked and knocked over her coffee. "I got it." He immediately grabbed napkins from the empty booth next to them and slapped them down to contain the flow. "I've been spending time with my nephew. You developed sharp babysitting reflexes, let me tell you." I was expecting Beth Wolf." He looked up from the soggy napkins, chagrined. "Oh man, my apologies. I'm Garrett Wolf, Beth's son. She sent me in her place." Beth's son? Her head spun. Unbelievable as it was, Garrett Wolf sat before her in the flesh. His genial smile, the easy way he carried his 6-foot frame, the confident jut of his chin. The past flashed to the present, and she pictured him as she'd seen him a decade before. An impossibly handsome 21-year-old in a blazer and slacks, a badge clipped to his belt. Detective Garrett Wolf. She felt like screaming at her own stupidity. Of course he was Beth's family. She'd been too eager for the job and her homecoming with her sister and uncle to think it through. He looked the same, except for some lines around his mouth and the crow's feet that deepened as he regarded her. Words piled up on her tongue, refusing to exit. Mom sends her apologies. She asked me to cover the meeting because she's prepping for back surgery and the doctor wanted to see her at the last minute. He walked to the coffee station, appropriated a pot and a clean mug as if he owned the place, and refilled hers. Settling in again, he took the mug that had been poured for his mother, added a slug of cream and 2 sugars before he took a sip. "Perfect," he said before offering her the cream. "No, thank you." Her pulse was in high gear. Garrett Wolf, the detective who had been assigned to her father's murder case, obviously didn't recognize her. Not surprising, since she'd been a teen back then. How should she go about handling the conversation? Or bolting for the door? Bolting definitely held more appeal. Her brain buzzed helplessly as Garrett chatted on. "You know what's funny? I thought I knew you at first when I rolled in, but I can't dig up the name Molly Hartman from the old memory bank."